We're taking you to the School of Hard Knocks. It's Henry Knox on today's Motivated Moments in History. He was born in 1750 in Boston. He dropped out of school at age 11 because his dad bailed on his mom and 9 siblings like the punk bitch he was. He then got a job at a bookstore where he read about his 3 favorite topics: dead bodies, big guns, and how to make dead bodies with big guns. His other hobby was sliding the deed to the daughter of the King's Royal Secretary to Massachusetts. He was also a big guy, significantly taller, and easily 100 pounds heavier than the average man at his time. This dude hated some redcoats, so he signed the Declaration of Independence and enlisted in the colonial militia. In 1775, as a buck-ass E1, he found himself on the front line of a rifleman formation at Bunker Hill and fell in love with a tranquil sensation residing in the glorious fact that he could finally slay some motherfucking bodies. He went on to fight in every battle in the Northeast region. One day, after a sweaty campaign of demoralizing some stink-ass redcoats, Henry got the attention of General Washington and started talking his ear off about his intimate knowledge of artillery cannons. Washington knew the Continental Army didn't have an artillery regiment, but they recently deboed an old British fort full of cannons. So they promoted Knox from private to freaking full bird, eliminating any possibility of doing another crap detail ever again. And thus was born the eternal fraternity of blood, splatter, and pain, also known as the King of Motherfucking Battle. Now, Knox never had any first-hand experience with cannons. All he knew about artillery was from what he read while at the bookstore. But it really wasn't too hard for him to figure out, and he soon created a school to teach people how to master the craft. A little while later, he was promoted to brigadier general, and after moving his recently acquired cannons over frozen lakes, snowy hills, and dusty roads, he developed the first highly ground mobile cannon artillery force on the fucking planet. In the Battle of Trenton, he quietly moved his guns to the middle of a neighborhood street at night, and when the enemy officers woke up in their houses they were quartering in the next day and walked out their houses to get the morning newspaper, they were met with 18 rock slingers, and Henry directed those guns to shoot them officers point blank with some giant big-ass black balls of motherfucking cold steel. In the Battle of Yorktown, his artillery barrage obliterated the defensive perimeter, artillery weapons, caches, and a bunch of ships belonging to the Redcoats. His blazing fury was so devastating that the Brit commander gave up and surrendered without a fight. After the Revolution, he was appointed as the first Secretary of War, which is probably the most badass political job title other than Badge Slayer in Chief. He retired in 1794. He has a fort named after him, which houses the only thing fitting of such a gangster-ass American: some gold stacks for your racks and riches for your bitches. He died of a ruptured appendix in 1806. His grave is at Elm Grove Cemetery in Thomaston, Maine. And that, kids, is your Motivated Moments in History.